Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I am Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today, just a lazy self-care day. We're going to stay low on our mats. We're going to take some time. We're going to breathe deeply. And we're just going to let go of some stress and tension and allow the body to find a greater range of motion through stillness in our breath. So I invite you to come down onto your back however you wish, finding a safe way to come down. And gently pull your knees in towards your chest. Bringing the hands to the shins, just below your knees. Relax the weight of the arms. Let the weight of the arms gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Let your spine settle down against the mat. Let's bring the fingers to interlace and allow the palms to just rest against the shins. As you exhale, gently let your head fall to the right, just however it wishes to do so. Letting gravity do the work here. So a lot of this is just going to be gravitational pull to guide us into our stretch. We're going to let the body be heavy, melting into the mat. Slow, gentle stretches, slow, gentle releases, not forcing anything to happen that's not ready to happen. As you're ready, slowly bringing your gaze back towards the ceiling, and then ever so gently let your head fall to the left. Again, let the shoulders be heavy, let your head be heavy, let your arms be heavy, just drawing those knees in. So sometimes it's challenging to pick the slower, more gentle stretches. As much as it is the more intense sequences. So I applaud you. I'm proud of you for choosing this self-care, this time to check in and to just breathe. And slowly bring your gaze back to center. Gently releasing your hands. Let one foot come to the mat and then the other. Arms come down out of the way, so to a low V or out to a T. And we're going to heel toe those feet open to about the width of the mat or even a little bit beyond. You can bring your feet down and away from just a little bit, and we're just going to gently rock the knees side to side. You can stop wherever it feels right to you, or you can let gravity take the knees all the way from one side to the other. And as you transition from one side to the other, just noticing how the core muscles come into play. Allowing that pelvis to shift as those knees gently drift. If you want to, you can take your gaze in the opposite direction of the knees. And then back through center. And again, in the opposite direction of the knees. So just slowly at your own pace. Maybe time it with your breath, inhaling as you're switching and then exhaling as those knees are gently drifting down and you gaze to the opposite side. Let's bring it back to center. Heel toe those feet open just a little bit wider and then gently let that knee fall in. You can decide which one. And hold. And breathe. Let's lift those arms out to a T and turn your palms to the sky. And then turn and look out over the opposite arm as the knees are going in that direction. So if the knees are to the left, we look to the right, or vice versa. You pick what feels right to you. Just hold and breathe. Slowly bring your knees back to center. And then slowly bring your gaze back to center. And let the knees fall in the other direction. Controlled. Let your pelvis shift as it's ready. And then slowly turn and look in the opposite direction. So again, if the knees are headed to the right, we look to the left. Full deep breaths. We're going to work our way through the entire body. Always being mindful and being kind. Every time you step onto your mat, it's time to be kind and to be mindful. To connect with your breath, to let go of any kind of energy that's not going to help you be your very best. That's our goal. And slowly we bring our knees back to center. We bring our gaze back to center, and we're going to heel toe those feet in. And then slide those heels up towards your bum, bringing the hands down by your sides, palms to the ground. Relax the shoulders, a little pelvic tilt, small the back presses into the mat. And I want you to focus on that pelvic tilt for just a moment. And then gently release it, just kind of neutral spine where you relax. And then as you exhale, that little pelvic tilt once again, small the back presses into the mat. We're going to press through our heels and slowly peel our spine off the mat. One vertebra at a time, and you can stop wherever you need to stop. Keeping that pelvic tilt, squeezing those glutes, pressing through the heels, lifting ourselves up to bridge pose. Top of bridge pose. Great little bun squeeze. Nice little length all the way through the hip flexors, the quadriceps. Close your eyes. Focus as you slowly lower back down one vertebra at a time. We keep that pelvic tilt all the way down. Till your bottom is the very last to touch. And we're going to heel toe those feet together even closer, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to open. Now you are welcome to support the knees with blocks, straps, blankets, towels, pillows, whatever you like. And we bring the hands to the hips and just gently rest the palms of the hands against the hips. Reclined butterfly. We take a few breaths here, allowing the body to have time to truly relax. Like I just noticed I was holding some tension in my neck and my shoulders. Melt it. If you're holding tension or tightness in your hips, that's why I like to have my hands here. Just a gentle reminder to let go. Relax your jaw, soften your eyes, and breathe. Release your hands and slowly bring your knees together. Soles of the feet come back to the mat, and we cross that right ankle over the left knee. And we're just going to gently press that right knee out and away. Just on its own, if you would like to, you can place that right hand to the inside of the knee to give it a gentle press, or you can just stay here. And breathe. Now, because we are doing gentle stretches today, we are not going to go above the intensity of like a 4. So if you need to back that left foot off a little bit, the closer you draw that left foot in, the more intensity you're going to feel this stretch in that right hip. So if you need to back it off, back it off. Make sure that the knee is feeling happy and safe. So feel and find what works for you. We're going to take those arms back out to a T, and we're going to slowly let the knees fall to the left. We keep that figure 4 stretch, and we slowly, gently release it down. Now again, you can support with blankets or pillows along the outside of that left leg. So maybe we don't go all the way down to the ground. I want these things to feel super good. Not super intense, but super good. If they do feel intense, I want you to make sure that they feel good. But again, the intensity, we're keeping it fairly low. We're just really taking care of ourselves today. in a very gentle and kind fashion. Core is strong as we slowly bring those knees back through center. And then we're going to take both knees to the right. And we're going to let the outside of that right ankle gently press against the outside of that left knee. And by the weight of that right foot along the outside of the knee, that should just gently pull, and we feel this really nice stretch all along the outside of that left hip, through the pelvis, outside of that left leg. Movement is sometimes better than medicine. Movement is a kind of medicine, and the best kind, so long as we're doing it mindfully, listening to and honoring what's going on with our bodies. Slowly bring it back through to center, keeping those core muscles engaged to support the back as you lift the legs. We place that right foot down, and that left ankle crosses just above the right knee. And again, you can slide that right foot out and away from you a little bit to lessen the intensity in the hip and the knee. So listen to your body. If it feels good to you, yeah, you can absolutely keep it up by your bottom. And just a gentle press away, either just with the strength of the hip, so an active stretch, or you can passively let go of that intensity and use that left hand to press it away. So listen to what's going on and what's best for you. We close our eyes, we focus on those exhales, those inhales drawing in all of the healthy oxygen, the healthy energy, the kind, loving energy to help us be our best. And then we're going to ever so slowly begin to lower both knees to the right. And again, you can use blanket, bolsters, pillows, blocks to support the outside of that right thigh. Or you can let gravity do the work. We can keep our gaze up towards the ceiling, or you can look out over that left arm. Again, this is just about finding places that feel so good. If ever you find a place where you're like, I don't know if this is the best place for me today, I invite you to come out, to modify, to adjust, to support. Don't be afraid to use those tools, your blocks, your straps, your bolsters, whatever it is. Be creative. Be kind. We bring our gaze back to center, and then slowly, core strong, draw those knees back through center. And then as you exhale, let both knees gently drift to the left. The outside edge of that left ankle pressing out against the outside of that right knee. Again, supporting that right knee if you like, or just let gravity do the work. I love this stretch, so good, through the pelvis, down the IT band, into that lower back. And again, if you like, you could take your gaze out over that right arm. Just close your eyes. You should be able to smile. You should be able to breathe in big, full, deep breaths. If you're having to breathe shallowly or hold your breath, that's a big sign. A little too deep into the pose. A little too intense. Think lazy. Think release. Visualize letting go of anything that's holding us back or holding us down. Slowly we bring it back through to center, gazing to center. We pull that left knee in, hands to the shin, just below your knee. Let your arms be heavy, and we're just going to point and flex that left foot. Roll in the ankle, and then the other direction. And again, just point and flex. Bringing it back to center, extend that right arm out. Use that left hand to pull that left knee up and out. And if it feels good to you, stay here. You can extend the leg out long for a really nice hip flexor stretch. If that's too intense for the hip flexors or the lower back, bend the knee, maybe let that right knee roll open. If that's too intense for the groin, come back. So it's okay to play and choose some different things and see what's right. If you have chosen to extend your leg, be mindful that you keep the pelvis as level as possible. And you get this cool sensation of that right oblique kicking in, because when we relax, the body wants to roll to the left and that right side of the pelvis lifts. So we really want to keep that pelvis as level as we can. Now we're going to pass that left knee across, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull across. You can support underneath that left knee with your bolster or your block, or just let gravity take a hold. Let the weight of that right hand add a little dimension to your stretch, turning and taking your gaze out over that left arm, and then just close your eyes. Breathe, big full deep breaths. Releasing that right hand, we slowly roll it back to center, placing that left foot down. Pulling the right knee in, hands to your shin, just below the knee, pull it in. A little release in that lower back. We point and flex our foot. We roll the ankle, just play with it. Check in. Pops and cracks, they're fine so long as they don't hurt or cause any tingling or numbness. And just soften that foot, extend that left arm out, and we're going to go ahead and pull that right knee up and out towards the armpit. Let that right hand be heavy, that right arm be heavy. Now your options, again, we can keep that left knee bent, pointing up towards the ceiling, sole of the foot on the floor, or you can let that left knee roll open, or you can bring it back through center and go ahead and slide that left leg out. So again, options, and maybe one side needs something different than the other side. So just because you came to a certain place or you stayed with that knee bent doesn't mean you have to stay there. If you're feeling like you need a little extra roll of the ankle, yeah, just play. Move, breathe, just make sure you're not holding your breath and there's no pain involved. And we're going to go ahead and extend that left leg out long, drawing that right knee back through center. We're going to pass that right knee over to the left hand. Right arm extends out to a T and guide your leg across your body. Again, you are welcome to support underneath that right knee, or just let gravity do its magic. Turning and looking out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Find your breath. So we don't always have to go super fast or do a ton of work to get some really good things done for the mind and the body. It's about being mindful and moving mindfully. It's about breathing slow and steady. It's about connecting the mind and body through your breath. It's about learning how to listen to and honor your body. And being okay with the days that we need to slow it down. And being okay for those days where we're like, I got a little extra. Let's dig a little deeper. Go a little harder. But on those days where being on your back, just being down on your mat is right. Own that. Slowly we roll it back to center. Let's place that right foot to the mat and then the left. We're going to draw that right knee in towards the chest and then the left, and we're going to cross that right ankle over the left. Reaching up, taking a hold anywhere along the shins, just not quite the feet, so just above the ankle anywhere, and we're just going to pull those knees in nice and tight. Nestle your shoulder blades down against the mat and work to press your tailbone towards the mat. Breathe. One more big breath in and out. Release your hands. Release the intensity. Cross left ankle above the right and reach down, taking a hold. You might have to take a hold of a different place. It's okay. Relax your feet and just gently pull those legs in. Press your tailbone down towards the mat. Draw your shoulder blades down against the mat. Feel that length in your spine. And gently release the intensity. This time we're going to cross that right knee up and over the left, and we're going to reach down anywhere along the legs above the feet, so above the ankles, and gently pull it in. Again, nestling those shoulder blades down against the mat. If that's too intense, you can always just take a hold of that left knee and just relax, or even the right knee. You don't even have to hold on to the knees. So just find a place that feels good to you. Again, intensity shouldn't be very high, not above a 5 at all. And gently release those hands, open the arms out to a T, place that left foot back to the mat, and let's draw both knees to the right. So we did it with the ankle crossed. Now we have the knees crossed. You might notice that range of motion is a little different. If you need to shift and adjust the feet, you absolutely can. And then once again, turn and look out over your left arm. So that oppositional rotation through the spine as the knees go to the right and we look to the left, wringing out negative energy of any kind, thoughts, feelings, sensations, helping us to be present, to stay in the here and now, and slowly bring those knees back to center, gazing back to center. Place your right foot back to the mat and cross that left knee up and over the right. We pull the knees in, reaching down, take a hold anywhere above the ankles, the shins, the knees. Again, you don't even have to hold onto those legs. So just find that space that feels right to you. As we actively work to draw the knees in towards the chest, a deeper stretch in the hips. Breathe slow, steady. Releasing the hands, placing that right foot back to the mat. Arms open out to a T, and we're going to gently let both knees fall to the left. We're going to control it down, so we're not just going to let those knees fall, but we're going to drift them down and away, and then we're going to turn and take our gaze once again over that right arm. So just noticing the different sensation. We had the ankle over the knee last time. This time those knees are crossed. What do you feel? So good. Through the waist, into the hip. A gentle stretch in the knees, the lower back, the neck and shoulders. And slowly bring those knees back to center, gaze back to center. We place that left foot back to the mat. Just find a place for the soles of the feet to rest. Adjust however you need to. We're going to bend the elbows and bring the backs of the hands to the mat. So you've made like a field goal with those arms. Elbows right in line with the shoulders, hands right in line with those elbows, and just let the back of the hands come to rest. Now, if you happen to have tighter shoulders, you might do well to put pillows or blankets underneath the back of your hands to allow yourself to relax into this. If you are constantly just kind of holding this, it's good work for range of motion, but it's not very relaxing and it's not a very passive stretch, okay? So we want to find that passive stretch where the back of the hands can just rest, where there's no tension going on in the shoulders or the chest, where we're not like cranking through the wrists to try and find the floor, but where you can actually be soft through the wrists. Work in range of motion, we're going to lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to let the back of the hands gently drift back towards the mat. Again, we lift those fingertips. What's the lower back doing? If that lower back has peeled off the floor, I want you to add in a little pelvic tilt, a little core activation to stay strong through the belly and keep your back happy. As we lift those fingertips up and lower the back of the hands to the back of the mat. One more time, we lift it up. And we lower those hands. This time, let's extend those arms all the way up and overhead. If this does not feel good to you, I want you to come to a place where those elbows are still bent, where there is no tension going on in your shoulders. If you are able to fully extend those arms without any discomfort, and I mean a gentle stretch, that's fine. Otherwise, come to that place where it's a gentle stretch, no discomfort. And we're going to slowly lift the hands towards the ceiling. As the hands reach towards the sky, turn your palms and slowly lower the back of the hands down on either side of your body. And we're going to reverse that. What's the small of the back doing? Press it into the mat, keeping that core strong, keeping the back happy. As you reach the top, turn your palms and slowly lower the back of the hands to the mat. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to lift those fingertips up, keeping the small of the back flat against the mat, little pelvic tilt, rotate your palms, and slowly lower your hands back down. From here, you can keep the knees bent or extend the legs out. Whatever feels better for you. And again, be mindful of your lower back, a little bit of a pelvic tilt. And we're going to take the back of the hands, staying along the floor as we take those arms up and overhead, making a giant circle, and then slowly coming all the way back down. Now turn your palms to the ground. You're not going to have quite as much range. You're going to lift those arms up and over. Palms are going to stay facing the ground, only as far up as you can keep those palms facing the ground, and then slowly bring it back down. Now once again, let's do that with the palms up. Full range here. With those palms up, we are able to reach that full overhead extension. Make sure the shoulders are happy, and then slowly take it back down. What's the small of the back doing? As you come all the way back down, let's do that one more time with the palms to the ground and open it up. Slide those arms, palms against the ground as far as you can without turning the palms to the ground, palms to the sky. Keep the palms to the ground and then slowly bring it back down. Good work. Relax those arms. That's a lot of work. Draw a right knee in and then the left. Let's extend those legs to the sky and flex your feet. Feeling a nice long stretch down the backs of the legs. And point your toes. And flex your feet. Now point your right, but keep the left flexed. And switch. Flex the right, point the left. Switch once again. And one more time. Point your toes. And flex. Let's open up those feet. Keep the heels touching and just open it up. And then close. So we're working range of motion through the hips. all the way up into the hip joint and close. Open and close. One more time. Open and close. Now point your toes. And again, open and close. So that little external rotation through the hip joint. Heels stay touching. One more time, close it. And one more time, open and close. Draw the knees in, soften your feet. Hands to the shins. We interlace our fingers once again and pull those knees in. If it feels good to you, lift your upper body. You don't have to. You can stay low. Let the head rest. And gently release it back down. We release our hands, rolling to our side. Letting those knees be heavy. Just taking a moment on your side. That shoulder can pull back, that top shoulder just a little bit. Really nice stretch in that lower back. Release your hands. We roll to the other side, supporting as much as you need to make that happy or that happen and your back happy. And again, we roll to the other side. That lower hand to that top thigh. Other hand can rest or stay open. This is just find that place that feels super good. We roll it back through to center. Bringing the hands behind your thighs. You are welcome to rock yourself up or roll to your side once again and use the strength of the arms to help you come back up. Let's turn back to face front. Take a moment, close your eyes, relax your hands. Gently pull your hands to heart center. I hope this felt amazing. I hope your body, you can feel it, you can hear it saying thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, taking time to take care of yourself and choosing to do so with me. I hope every time you step onto your mat with me, you know that it is time well spent. I appreciate you. I honor the energy within you from the energy within me. Gently open your eyes. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Take care, be well, and until the next time, namaste.